listeners. This is Dr. Doreen DuPont, and you're listening to One Wonders, a weekly 5-minute program about matters that affect your health. Today's 5 minutes continues the discussion I started last week about the horsemeat scandal. Specifically, do we in the United States have to worry about what's in our beef burgers that we buy? I've been investigating what it is that we need to do to find out what's in our meat since last week. You might recall that last week I was discussing with Valerie why are they finding horse meat over there abroad? And it was Valerie's idea that it must only be a matter of contamination since horses are more expensive to buy than cattle. Well, I've discovered a lot of unsettling things about it. Some of the horse meat that turned up has been stolen livestock, and others have been a matter of shady dealings having to do with slaughterhouses and meat packing places, manufacturers. As to my wondering what's in the beef patties that I bought at Publix, and actually they're manufactured by Red Hat Ranch, I found out that there's a lot of variation in how ground meat is manufactured for sale as patties. For instance, the size of the particles that it's ground up in vary from patty to patty, and the manufacturer decides upon the size. And the size has to do with not only the taste, the flavor, but also of the feel in your mouth when you eat it. There's also the matter of what does it mean to you if you see that the patty is determined to be 60% beef, say. And that has to do with there's a certain minimum of the size of the particle of the connective tissue that can actually be classified as beef. So that if it's so ground up that it's more or less a mush, and even though it would be mush of beef, it can't be labeled as beef. And so what you see as 60% beef might mean that some of it is very finely ground up and in a liquid form. So maybe only 60% of it is a large enough particle to be labeled as a beef product. I have been asking the USDA about the United States importing beef, and as it turns out, we do regulate and do allow importation of beef products. That would be prepared foods that have a small quantity of beef in it. For example, a meat pot pie or some type of a sausage. And yes, the USDA has published a list of the countries that we're currently licensing and importing meat products from. Just today I got a bullet from them that they have decertified certain importers. I've yet to read that. I'm anxious to see. I'm wondering how much of an impact I made by relentlessly asking them about it, even though they did not directly answer me back at all, which I wasn't too thrilled about. I will be testing a beef patty. Yes, I will. Please look at my Facebook page, and you could find out more about that and how to help me do that. This is Dr. DuPont. I'll be back with you next Monday at 1. Help fund the DNA burger test at Indiegogo.com. My project is called Beef. That's INDIEGOGO.com.